Hey guys, welcome to Not Linus Tech Tips. Welcome to Random Fandom. In this video, we'll be finding out if the Moto X Pure Edition is worth it in 2018. Being one of the last phones in the Motorola X series, we'll see if this phone is worth it. So we got, our specs, pulled up, so I'll let you guys see that. We got a Snapdragon 808 processor. It's a hexa-core clocked at 1.8 gigahertz. It's got 3 gigs of RAM. I got, in this phone, with this phone you can customize it on Motorola's website, at least at the time that you was able to buy it. It's now been discontinued, but I have a 16 gig version, and that's what I got, a few years ago for Christmas. My dad bought it, and he didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money, so he bought the cheapest storage option. I would highly recommend that you don't do that. This is 2018, and apps are getting bigger, and you're taking more and more pictures and more videos or whatever, and you're just going to need that storage. And so I have the 16 gig version, and I find it very, very cramped. The latest version of Android you can get for this phone is Nugget. It actually just came out like a few months ago for this phone to people. It's quite disappointing because Lenovo bought Motorola, and this phone was supposed to get updates, very often. It's supposed to be like right up there against the Nexus and Pixel line, where you're getting updates, pretty much like when they come out for Android, just really soon and quick and all. But nope, Lenovo took over, and we didn't get Nugget until just a few months ago. That sucks. But it is at least stock Nugget. It's not TouchWiz, it's not EMUI, it's not, any bloated, skinned Android. It's pretty much stock Android, with a few Motorola apps thrown in for some few nice features, like double twisting to use the camera, or double chop to open up the flashlight. I have that disabled on here. I'm actually running a different ROM because I got tired of waiting for Nugget to come out, so I just went and got Lineage OS, and I got a custom kernel and all. We got Bluetooth 4.1 on here. We got GPS. We have NFC. There is no fingerprint scanner. So, those of you that want that, you'll need to get, a different phone. The speakers on this are great. I don't have a Razer phone yet, so I can't compare to that, but I have to say they sound awesome. To demonstrate that, I will go to my music and I will pull up a song. I'll make sure that my equalizer is disabled. Vibrato is disabled, so you can hear the raw, untweaked audio from this phone. This phone is a very loud phone, I have to say, and it sounds great. So there you go, there's some audio from it. It's got decent bass for a phone, I would have to say. It's very loud. I mean, you can probably go deaf if you turn the volume all the way up. I mean, if you're outside, you know, where it's noisy, you may be able to, you know, watch a YouTube video out there pretty comfortably on this phone. I mean, this phone has a large screen. I mean, it's hard to hold in one hand if you have smaller hands like I do. You won't be able to reach across the entire screen. And as for how much this phone goes on eBay for right now, I don't know. So I'll just look that up for you guys, just so you can see how much one of these may go for. Now when you buy one of these from eBay, you of course won't get the customization options that I did, you know. But you can get a 16 gig version. And these phones, they come unlocked and they have an unlockable bootloader, so you can use these on just about any carrier you want to. You can flash custom ROMs to it with, you know, TWRP. If you're into that thing, you know, if you don't like, you know, super flat out stock, if you want maybe just pretty much, you know, stock but with some extra features and some more control over your device, you can get Lineage OS and you can flash it on here and it works okay. I mean, the development on this phone, it sucks. It's not that great as well. Not a whole lot of people have this phone, since it is one of those phones that you basically kind of had to get it at Motorola's website, and so not a whole bunch of people, you know, bought it. You know, people go into stores and they buy their phones, so yeah. So there you go. I mean, this is a cool phone though, nonetheless. But, yeah, $120. You can buy it now, $15 shipping. Get one of the 16 gig versions. It's in all black. I'll take this phone out of the case so you can see what mine looks like. So mine has the slate gray and lime green accents. It looks decent. Now, of course, the color of this video is not that great. I mean, the camera is pretty grainy and all, so you're not going to get the clearest look at it. It's not a super thick phone. I mean, it's a metal phone, so that's nice. Metal phones are not so common these days, I guess. At least in the premium tier. This was one of the Motorola flagships when it came out in 2015, I think. Either 2015 or 2014. Yeah, it takes a SIM card. It's got microSD expansion, which for that you use the SIM tool to pop out the tray to access that. And there's a few different versions of this, I mean, for different carriers. I think there's even a dual SIM version for, you know, international use. And the accent color is also on the speakers as well, which are located on, guess what, the correct spot. They're right here on the front, facing you. You know, you get great sound when you do that. I mean, holding this phone naked, and not in my case, it does feel a bit better to use. I like naked phones, but I don't like breaking phones, so I always use a case. Actually, in the several phones that I've had, I've only had one where I cracked the screen. I had a Motorola G, and I bought it at Walmart on sale for like 40 bucks. I mean, the first gen Motorola G. And one day, it fell face down on the asphalt at a Walmart parking lot, and so the whole front was just shattered and destroyed and all. It was still usable for a while, but yeah. Sorry guys about the Chromacam thing and the ugly camera and all that, but right now I could still use, you know, some more gear. Want to getting into, you know, making more videos like this one, and more reviews, more unboxings, and for that I could use some better cameras. I mean, I have a decent gaming laptop now, I mean, with a GTX 1050 and a Core i7 processor, and so I can make decent gaming videos, but I still could use some better cameras. And a tripod would be great too. I mean, right now I'm just using my laptop's built-in webcam. It's not the greatest, but it's not too terrible, I could say. I mean, it's somewhat usable. I mean, it's a lot better than my other webcam that I had on the previous laptop. So on here I got, you know, a wallpaper that looks a lot like my desktop. It's customized KLWP. As for the screen on this phone, it's a pretty good screen. It's, I think, 4K. So yeah, it's very crisp and clear. It's not AMOLED, so you don't get the burn in, but it still has nice colors. I mean, the blacks are deep. I mean, it almost looks like an AMOLED display. I mean, the brightness can go pretty low, but it can also go pretty high. I mean, right now you can see it on my screen. It's very bright. It's washed out and all. I turned all the way down. You can see my screen a lot better. Yeah, I have Nova Launcher on here with Lineage OS custom kernel. You can see this thing moves fairly well. This phone has 3 gigs of RAM. The Samsung Galaxy S8 from last year has 4 gigs, so this might be an older phone, but it's still decent, you know. Of course, with the new announcement of the Samsung Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus, the S9 Plus has 6 gigs of RAM, which is double this. And of course, the processor in here, it's not that great. I mean, it wasn't a good year for Qualcomm. I mean, the Snapdragon 810 overheated, and so Motorola decided to go with the Snapdragon 808, which was it was a little bit weaker, but it didn't suffer the heating problem. So I mean, if they would have went with the 810, it probably would have still heated up, and probably a bit faster than the 808 heats up, but you would suffer from low performance because it would just thermal throttle. Well, this also thermal throttles. And I would say with the screen and all, this phone, I wouldn't say it's like super great for gaming. I mean, I have the Samsung Galaxy S5 Sport here. It has 1 gig less of RAM and just a 1080p display, and it does maybe a little better than this one. But now, since I've got this tweaked up and all, because I can get custom kernels and all, it does better than my S5, I think. So I'll open up some games on here, if I can find one that I have to play to demonstrate. Of course, I got a game boosting app on here that requires root access, so that's just another thing to help boost performance. I don't have GAltt tools set up on this phone yet though for this app, so you won't see those enhancements. Alright, so that game just crashed. It usually doesn't do that. Okay. I'll try a different game from the same developer. It's called Forward Assault. See if it will run. It might be that I just have the OBB files on the external storage, but I have, you know, a 16 gig version. So like, if I want to update in that, I may have to move over some files, you know, move over a big file so I can let it update, and then I can move those files back afterwards. Alright, so I got Forward Assault on here. So I'll go into offline bot mode, so you can watch me play this. Of course, you don't see my face. That's, you know, what I get for not having a green screen. But I mean, it's a nice program though. I don't normally sit like this, so yeah, of course it will Chromacam me out. You guys probably don't see it all that clear on here, but it's pretty smooth right now. I just died. Alright. You hear those loud speakers, and they sound great and all. I mean, that's just one of the things I like about this phone. Oh wait, there's the MP5. I'll use that. I like this gun. And I died. Alright. Let's grab the RFB sniper rifle. Semi-automatic, of course. The 5.7. Just got wrecked. Yeah, for this game, let's see. Yeah, after I'll do a little bit more than that. I haven't played in a while, so I'm a bit rusty. Maybe I should just go grab a assault rifle then. So, back to the main menu, we'll look at our settings. I have textures set on the highest settings. Back to inside the game, we'll see what our screen resolution is set to. After it loads, we're set to 75% screen scaling. It's not bad for an older phone, you know. You can still play on it and all. You can make videos, but just be aware that you may run into some throttling, you know. That's one thing I don't like about, you know, some of these phones is just the throttling and all. Other than that, this is really a nice phone. I like this phone. I mean, it's stylish, you know. Yeah, it's got a good looking screen. The camera shoots 4K, and it's customizable. You got custom kernels, you got custom ROMs. I mean, it's a little bit lacking. The development is dying out. I mean, the battery on this is just absolutely terrible. I mean, like right now I'm at 50%. I mean, the screen has been on for 22 minutes. When we started out, let's see, can I get an estimate on that? I don't know. But typically I'll get maybe 2 hours of screen on time out of this phone. I mean, that's not too shabby. This phone, the battery life was never a strong suit. I mean, newer phones, you know, with like a Snapdragon 835, you know, the processors have gotten a lot more efficient, like a lot more. In batteries, they've put in bigger batteries. So like, you can get like 8 hours of screen on time out of a Razer phone. So like, yeah, I'm going to get one of those. I mean, they're also a lot stronger than this too. Yeah, it certainly feels very premium. It's really nice phone. It's got a grippy back. It feels nice out of I rarely have it out of case, and this phone feels and looks nice. As for the bezels, the bezels on this phone are very small. I mean, the top and bottom bezels, they're not that big. The side bezels are pretty small. They're not, you know, like Samsung's, you know, like screen wrapping around the edge bezel, but you know, it's pretty nice still. It's a decent phone. And camera, it's great on this phone. Takes 4K video, 30 FPS. Performance, great. Battery sucks. Screen is great. What else? The software is great. Yeah. And this media consumption on here, it's also pretty good. You know, nice large screen, good speakers. So thanks for watching this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, you want to see me maybe unbox some other phones or review other phones, I mean, whether they're new or old, I mean, be sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I mean, you can donate to me on patreon.com/RandomFandomOfficial, and you can also donate to me on PayPal if you want at petermalart.mail@gmail.com. That's my PayPal email. You can just send the money there too. But thanks for watching, and until later, peace out.